Welcome everyone. So yesterday we started factors affecting evaporation and we also discussed activity 1.14. We discussed two factors in detail which are surface area and wind speed. Although there are four factors which affect the rate of evaporation, these four factors are temperature, surface area, wind speed and humidity. And from these four factors we discussed two factors in detail which are surface area and wind speed by or with the help of activity 1.14 in which we discussed three cases. So today we will be discussing about temperature and humidity in detail, and then once we will be finished with this, again we will revise about evaporation and these four factors. So let us start with temperature. Now before relating temperature and how it is affecting the rate of evaporation, just let us recall that how temperature is affecting the speed of the particles of matter. We know that temperature and kinetic energy, they both are directly proportional to each other, which means that if we are increasing temperature, kinetic energy of particles will increase. So what does this mean? This means that if we are increasing temperature, then the particles of matter, they will move with greater speed. So how temperature is playing its role that it is affecting rate of evaporation? Definitely here also temperature, when we are increasing temperature, kinetic energy of particles are increasing. And if you recall, then in the introduction part of evaporation we discussed the reason that how evaporation is taking place, and especially that why evaporation is considered to be a surface phenomena. In that we discussed that the particles of liquid, or let us take the example of water which is the most common example of liquid form. So particles of water which is present, the surface particles which is present at the surface of water actually. So the particles which is present at the surface of water, they are directly exposed to the atmosphere. So the particles at surface, they are having much greater kinetic energy than the particles of water which is not present at the surface. And that is why if you are increasing temperature, then the particles at surface, their kinetic energy will increase much more, and as their kinetic energy will increase, then they will be able to overcome the force of attraction with the other particles present, and they will be easily able to evaporate. Just take the example as we discussed before also, like in a bowl you take some water, and that water, the surface of the water in the bowl which is exposed to the atmosphere, that is the surface is said to be that is the surface of the water. So the particles which is present at the surface of the water, you can understand that the surface of the water, that is directly exposed to atmosphere. So the particles, they are present at the surface of water, they are having greater kinetic energy as compared to the other particles of water present in that bowl. So when you are increasing temperature means when the temperature is high, it can be naturally high, or you in the other form also. If the temperature is high, then the kinetic energy of the particles present at the surface, it will also increase, because we know that temperature and kinetic energy, they are directly proportional to each other. So kinetic energy of particles will also increase, and now particles will be much in the much easier way, they will be able to overcome the force of attraction. And the as the kinetic energy is increasing, so the particles, the tendency of the particles present at the surface, they can easily change into its vapor state. So that is how temperature is affecting the rate of evaporation. In short, if I have to say, then temperature, when we are increasing temperature, then the rate of evaporation increases, and when you are decreasing temperature, then the rate of evaporation decreases. So this is how temperature is playing its part, and this is how temperature is affecting the rate of evaporation. And you can easily understand this also, you can easily perform this experiment also at home. Now the next one, surface area we discussed. So in short, what about surface area? If we are increasing surface area, then the rate of evaporation will also increase. Same way, if we are decreasing surface area, then rate of evaporation will also decrease. Now, just by combining these two factors, let us take one example which is related with our day-to-day life. When we are drying the wet clothes. So when we are drying the wet clothes, anybody, they are spreading evenly the wet clothes. They are not simply just hanging it in the folded way. They are spreading the wet clothes. When we are spreading the clothes, then the surface area of the cloth is increasing. When the surface area of the cloth is increasing, definitely the rate of evaporation will increase, because that is what we have discussed now. And you also know that when we are increasing the surface area, when we are spreading the cloth, then the cloth is drying much faster. And suppose if you are not spreading the cloth, the same cloth, if you will keep by folding it 3 times or 4 times, then it will take much longer time to get dried up completely. So what is the reason here? The reason is surface area. As when we are increasing the surface area by spreading the cloth, then the rate of evaporation increases, and that is why wet clothes, it is getting dried up much faster. Now just let us take the example of let us take this same example and relate this with the temperature. Suppose if you are drying your wet cloth in this weather, which is nowadays summer. So when you are drying your wet clothes, it is easily getting dried within few hours only. And the same cloth, when you will dry in the month of December or January, that means in the month of winters where the temperature is low, then it is taking much longer time. Sometimes it is taking few days also. So here also you can understand that why the same cloth, the same piece of cloth, in summer season it is getting dried up so faster, whereas the same cloth in winter season it is taking much more longer time. It is because when we are increasing the temperature, then the rate of evaporation increases, and when the temperature is low, then the rate of evaporation is also low. So that is why in this kind of weather, the wet clothes, it is drying up much faster as compared to the winter season. So this is how temperature is also affecting the rate of evaporation. There are 4 factors, and you can easily understand all these 4 factors by comparing them or by relating these factors with our everyday examples, and you will be able to understand and the reason that why it is happening. So these two we have discussed in detail, and these two are the most important factors, or the most important factors which affect the rate of evaporation. Now the next come is the humidity. So what is humidity? You must be we must use this term humid weather or humidity lot of in our lot of when we are talking. So what does it mean? It means that humidity, when we are saying the weather is so much humid in rainy season. So what is humidity? Humidity is the amount of water vapor present in air. So that is what we are saying. So in rainy season what happens, I already told you that rainy season the wind is not dry, the air is not dry. Every time we feel like everything is wet. Why? It is because in rainy season the weather is very much humid. So why we are saying humid, or what is the condition of humidity, we can define. So humidity is said to be the amount of water vapor present in air. So in rainy season, the amount of water vapor which is present in air, it becomes so high, and that is why we feel humid every time. Whereas in this kind of months like April or May, the air it feels so dry. Why? It is because the amount of water vapor present in air in these months when the dry wind is there, it is it is very low, and that is why we are feeling dry. Same thing happens during winter season also, that the amount of water vapor present in air during winter season is also very low, and that is why it is said to be dry air. So in rainy season only we are only saying about humidity, and in rainy season we can also feel like the water vapor present in air is very high. The air sorry. So this is about the humidity definition. Now how humidity it affects the rate of evaporation. Actually what happens, um, See, air is also having a fixed capacity to hold water vapor. So what happens when the you can say when the condition is already very much humid, that means when already large amount of water vapor is present in air, then the rate of evaporation decreases. It is because what happens in evaporation? In evaporation also water is converting into water vapor, or any liquid is converting into its vapor. I am generally taking the example of water, that is why I am again and again saying water to water vapor. But evaporation, it can take place in any form of liquid, like evaporation of petrol, evaporation of acetone. Acetone means which is present in nail paint remover. So evaporation of any liquid is possible, evaporation of alcohol, but as the most common example is water, so again and again I am taking the example of water. So what happens in case of in the humid condition, already air is having very large amount of water vapor, and in evaporation also what happens, water is converting into water vapor. And as air can hold only a fixed amount of water vapor, air is having fixed capacity to hold water vapor. So if it is already having very large amount, then the rate of evaporation decreases. And that is why, again if we are taking the example of drying up of wet clothes, so in rainy season also wet clothes, they are taking longer time to dry up completely. Why? The reason is because in rainy season, because of the humid condition, as the air is already having a large amount of water vapor, so the rate of evaporation decreases. In rainy season also the temperature is very high, it is above 40 degrees Celsius only, like we are having nowadays. But there the temperature is not the main reason, the temperature is not the main factor, but the main factor becomes the humid condition. As during rainy season, air already it is having large amount of water vapor, so now the rate of evaporation decreases because air can hold only a fixed amount of water vapor, and in evaporation also water is converting to water vapor, so it will increase more and more amount of water vapor, or it will add more and more amount of water vapor to the air. So that is why the rate of evaporation decreases. But if the condition is dry, like nowadays, if the condition is dry, then air is having very less amount of water vapor, so the rate of evaporation is very faster nowadays. There are two factors that in this weather, if we are drying the wet clothes, so there are two factors. First factor is temperature, temperature is very high, and the second factor is dry condition or humidity, you can say that nowadays the condition is not humid. It means that air is holding a very small amount of water vapor. So as air is holding less amount of water vapor, rate of evaporation is very fast. So like this you can easily understand by relating this with your day-to-day life. So this is about the three factors. Again we will discuss about humidity, and the other factor which we have discussed although yesterday, but still we will revise, that is wind speed. Thank you.